Hello and welcome back. I'm very excited to be with you today once again. It is Thursday, August the 31st, 2023, doing an unboxing for some toys that are near and dear to my heart and have been for many years. And they are going to be toys from the Get Along game. This here is Zipper Cat. And one of my earliest ever recollections of a toy that I received for Christmas was when I got Zipper. This, unfortunately, is not the one I got all those years ago. This is one that I've bought in recent years to relive a little bit of my childhood. He's not complete. He didn't have his skates, but he does have his shoes, socks, shorts, hoodie, and headband, as well as his tail headband. So that is a Zipper Cat. I actually probably still have mine somewhere. I doubt if he has all his clothes, removable clothes on kids' toys, dolls. Is really a weird choice. It certainly was back then. Quick note, this is not my cosplay of Zipper Cat. It's the closest I have right now, and someday I do want to actually do one with my wife. We talked about her doing one of the female characters, probably Dottie Dog, and I would do Zipper Cat as a cosplay. These ears are actually part of a Fox McCloud from Star Fox cosplay that I hope to be completing sometime in the near future. Not in time for con season this year, but maybe next year. So anyway, this is, again, Zipper the Cat, Zipper from the Get Along Gang. I also have here a DVD of 10 episodes of the Get Along Gang. The Get Along Gang was what I would probably refer to as my earliest fandom. Okay, and this would have been decades before I even learned that word or what that word meant. But I remember being a Get Along Gang fan from, it came out in '84, so I would have been 5. So you're talking kindergarten, first grade, as I became more aware of that. And that was probably around the time I got this doll. Not this one, like I say, but my Get Along Gang Zipper Cat doll would have been probably that, at Christmas during kindergarten, first, second grade, sometime in there. Because I can distinctly remember as a kid wanting to play at recess to play Get Along Gang, to make believe play that we were the Get Along Gang characters, whereas everybody else wanted to be, Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man and G.I. Joe and He-Man. I was always, hey, let's play Get Along Gang, not a popular recess with my friend group. But anyway, let me pause right here and recollect my thoughts, because there are a few other things I want to talk about before we dive into the unboxing. And if I do a good job, I'll put in the comments or somewhere in the description when the actual unboxing happens, so for future reference, people don't have to watch this whole thing if they don't want to. But I'll be right back. All right, sorry for the pause there, and then I thought my thing was recording and it wasn't. I did just want to recollect my thoughts. These are some books that I acquired pretty recently. The Get Along Gang DVD, the Zipper doll, are ones I bought just in the last 5 or 6 years probably. But these I just bought at the same time as I bought the collection I'm going to open today. And I got 3 of them, and I'll show you kind of some pictures from each of them. But I wanted to tell you I paid $8.20 for these books. Now, these are read-along books, so they would have originally come with a record that you could play that would read the book to you, so you could, read along with that. These didn't come with the record. They would have obviously been a lot more than $8.20 for the lot had they had the records, and I wouldn't have had any way to play them anyway because I don't have a record player. But I did want to show you some of the artwork, maybe give you some music if I remember to do that. Let me pause this right here so that I wanted to get a little closer so I could show this and then remind myself once more to add the music at this part. So here is the Get Along Gang. This is a missing caboose. It says up in the corner 270. So these are kind of in order based on the numbers that are on there, but I'm just going to show a few kind of pictures from them so you can kind of see some of the characters. Maybe you'll remember. You probably do remember these, or you're not going to be someone that's probably viewing this video, most likely. Now, that's not to exclude anyone, but I think if you found this video, unless you're just a loyal subscriber who watches everything of mine, which if you are, I adore you. So that's the first book. And then I just remembered I wanted to do music, so I'm going to stop talking.
Get along, gang, get along, gang. Each one so special in his own way. Montgomery's the leader and he's such a good sport. Get along, gang, get along, gang. figure it out, and let's just live for the lead machine. Get out with the get along gang. Come on, their adventures don't end. Get out with the get along gang. Get out with the get along gang. Let Clubhouse Couples on its way. Get out.
All right, so there was a look at the book collection that I got, $8.20. I can tell you for the box of dolls that I'm about to open here, I paid $42.98. So for everything, the 3 books and the dolls, call it $52. But I'm going to get them open. Of course, I'll do a flyby. I'll do a flyby with all this stuff just so you can kind of see that. And that way, again, if you want to jump to that point in the video, hopefully I'll put that in my description for how you can do that. But without further ado, this one is going to need my box cutter, so I'll pause right here, grab that, get some tape cut open, then we'll open them live and check them out together. All right, so the person did some really good packaging, but we've got it open now. I just wanted to also talk one more time about, so we had a lot of the Get Along Gang kind of merchandise as kids. My older brother got Dottie Dog. This was all the same Christmas. My little brother got Montgomery Moose, and so for most of my life and childhood, those were the 3 main Get Along Gang members. And it wasn't until much later in life that for whatever reason I was thinking about it, and I realized that some of the characters that to me were fringe characters would have been the Zipper, Montgomery, and Dottie Dog in other people's lives, and that was kind of like mind-blowing. I don't know why, but anyway, without further ado, these are some that I've had of Zipper Cat usually, and my brother would get most of the Dottie Dogs, and my little brother would get most of the Montgomery Moose. But again, so these would have been mostly the ones that we saw because once, our parents or mom or grandparents had bought us these particular dolls for particular characters, then we would get more of that same character. And there's the man himself, Zipper. Now, all but one of these has its outerwear. So again, dolls for kids, toys for kids with removable clothing. Always thought that was weird. 1 second. Apologize for that. I had a really funny taste in my mouth. I just drank a soda a little while ago. Want to make sure I don't have anything gross going on with my teeth. You know how you sometimes get... Anyway, sorry, I digress. Let's get back to the crux of this video here. This is the one, the beaver character. Now, you'll forgive me. I guess I could refer to my book here. Maybe I'll do that off camera. I want to say Bucky, but that doesn't sound right because then I think, Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. But anyway, so he is a little dirty. I'll, of course, do close-ups of these. But he should have a jacket. He's the only one that doesn't have that jacket, which is surprising, and that's pretty good considering. The price for this was lower than what you would sometimes expect to pay. Here's Montgomery Moose. And this was the one my little brother had. Of the, we had the plushies. We all had the big plushes. And then we had a lot of these types of, there was a lot of merchandise. If you're unfamiliar with Get Along Gang and you stumbled upon this video, I hope you check it out because it's pretty cool. It's in need of a reboot. It's one that's very deserving. This was Wilma Lamb, I believe was her name. I think she was the one kind of snobby-ish. But I mean, they were all nice, right? Like in their own way, but they all had kind of their own little quirks too. You really should check it out. I'm not doing it justice at all. This one, I don't even know for sure the name. I think it's some kind of bear-related name because she's a bear. But I'll look it up before I do the flyby of all of these. And then I think lastly, we have Portia Porcupine in there. And she was kind of like a little bit whiny. I guess, do their shoes, their shoes even come off on some of them. So the fact that they have their shoes, I don't even know if I realized. I'm not sure if that's true of all of them. But it looks like Montgomery's don't, right? But I can tell that like Wilma's would. Oh, so maybe Dottie might be missing hers because these look like maybe just socks, right? So that may be one of the pieces that's missing. Now this is again, and see his shoes don't come off. I don't think Zippers do. It looks like the bears do as well. So again, this is another instance where I was aware just from the pictures of what was missing and what was included, like his jacket or shirt specifically has like a red top that he should be wearing. I knew that was missing. I didn't realize that they had shoes. And so that to me, like I said, looks like Dottie Dog is probably missing shoes, probably have maybe red shoes or possibly white. It doesn't look bad. It's not, it again, Probably said that in the description. I probably could have done some more digging. I'm not worried about it. 40, what did I say, $43. I still feel like that's a killer deal because you got, what, 7 dolls there. And I've seen some of them individually, $15 a piece, easy. And sometimes they're missing their accessories and they're still, 8, 9, $10. So I don't feel like that's a bad deal at all. When we get everything turned around, do the normal flyby, maybe show you some more of the books, the DVD, and of course my pal here. And then we'll come back and we'll wrap it all up.
Because I shoot these out of sequence, some of this may not make sense with the way I wrapped up the video. But I did determine the beaver's name is Bingo. So it was not Bucky, which is why that didn't sound right. And the bear's name is Bernice. Now, sometimes I remember, and I was looking through the book, and they do call them just Montgomery Moose, Zipper Cat, and so on. But I also remember hearing them called by their name and then the word the, Montgomery the Moose, Zipper the Cat, and so on. So I think either is right. I'm trying to have good lighting here and get up close on these. And so Bingo must have been this person's favorite because he's a mess compared to the others. But for the most part, these are all in pretty darn good shape. I'll turn them over just so you can kind of see that they Velcro together. Well, he doesn't have one. And Zippers is different because, right, Zippers is an actual, it Velcro's in the front anyway, but like an actual hoodie would. So these guys back on their backs. And then we will wrap up. But pretty excited. Oh, I did want to also, I had to pause it there for a quick second because I did want to look up who was the creator, because it was a little obscure like for the time. And it's American Greetings Corp. So I think that was like a greeting card, almost like a Hallmark, I think, back then. So it was a little bit strange, right, that they would be making a cartoon and stuffed animal toy line. At least that seemed weird to me. I always thought it was strange that that's who the Get Along Gang was made by.
All right, and so that is going to just about do it for another unboxing. Thanks, as always, for watching. Thanks, especially if you're a subscriber, and if you're not, simple to rectify that right now by mashing that subscribe button. But please continue to, send your comments, send your feedback. I appreciate it so much. This is just a fun hobby for me. I do this time permitting. It gives me something extra when I go out and spend the money on something like this. It gives me the opportunity to share it and maybe introduce you to something that you are unfamiliar with. That to me would just be awesome because it's a great 80s property. I should have done some more research on it before I started. I felt like I'd done a little better. I even have notes. But anyway, this is it for the Get Along Gang doll lot and miscellaneous cosplay unboxing. More to come. If I do the cosplay, it's going to wind up here. Me and the missus. I think that could be a lot of fun. We'll see, when that happens. I had an idea for even foam roller skates that we could just wear outside of our, on our shoes. That way we could walk around, and I don't know how to roller skate. So, but anyway, as I was saying, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your feedback. Thank you for being you. Above all those things, above and beyond all of that, please have a great day, and we'll see you next time.